Assalamu alaikum class. I hope that you will find, and today we will do exercise 7.3. Firstly we will do theory, after that we will do examples, then exercise question. Firstly, inequalities, linear inequalities. Linear inequalities. From the word inequalities mean non-equal. One thing can be greater than other thing, one thing can be less than other thing. Who gave the idea, who introduced the sign of inequalities, who told us about inequalities? There was a English mathematician and its name was Thomas Harriot. Introduced by Thomas Harriot. Now where we can use the sign of inequalities on in a practical life to compare both two values or three values, we can use inequality sign. For example, in time, in distance, in height, or in temperature, anything. So application in practical life, application of inequalities to compare time, to compare height, to compare temperature, to compare distance, okay. Now Thomas Harriot introduced two signs of inequalities. One is greater than and other is less than. After that, when you will see, when you will think about sign of inequalities, these two signs are strict. Inequality sign. After that, when you will see, when you will think about these inequality signs, you will think also one thing can be greater than and equal to also, and one thing can be less than less than or equal to also. So that's why these two signs are less than or equal to. These two signs are non-strict. These greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. These two signs are non-strict signs. There are four inequality signs. Two are strict. These two strict, and these two non-strict. There are four inequality signs. Okay. For using this one, if one thing is greater than, it means one thing is greater than. For this, if one thing is greater than and equal to also, there are some relaxation and some. So these are poor and these are strong. Okay. So if A, for these two, if A greater than B, it's mean A always greater than B, and B greater than A. B will always greater than A. For this, A is greater than B, greater than and equal to also B, then it's mean A is greater than and equal to also. Here A, you can write A is equal to B, because this is non-strict. A less than, equal to B, you can write A is equal to B like this also. Okay. So next, after that we will do when when three numbers will be in inequality, for example, if a less than b and b less than c, and then a less than b, you can write if a less than b and b less than c, there are two inequality sign are using in compact form. You can write a less than b and b less than c. Okay, if you will write in in poor inequality sign, these two signs are strict. When you will write in poor sign, then you will write like this: a less than equal to b, b less than equal to c. Now we will do properties of inequalities. First of all, law of trichotomy. A, b belong to real number. Let a, b belong to real number. One and only one case will come. For example, a can be less than b. Another hand, other cases, a will be equal to b. And third case is a will be greater than b. A will be less than b and a will be equal to b, and third case is b less than a and a greater than b. And second property is transitive property. For transitive property, if a, b, c belong to real number, then in first case you will see if a greater than b and b greater than c, it's mean a greater than c. For example, if I write here, a in rough work, here is rough work. If a is 1 greater than a is 2 or 3, you can say, greater than b is 2, and b, second case, 2 greater than c is 1. You can say a is greater than c, mean 3 is greater than 1. Okay, this thing is telling. In second case, if a less than b and b less than c, then you can say a less than c. This is reciprocal of above term. Now in third one case, additive closure property. If first of all, if a, b belong to a, b, c belong to real number, then in first case you will see if a greater than b, then a plus b greater than b plus c. C is constant number. Okay, there will be no any change. It means if for a you will see a plus c greater than b plus c. A is greater than b, then c is constant, mean 2 greater than 1, c is constant. For example, I write here 2, c is 2 plus c is 2, so here 4 greater than 3. This thing he is telling. Another case is if a less than b, then a plus c less than b plus c. This is reciprocal of above term. Now in second case, if a is greater than 0 and b is also greater than 0, then their sum also will be greater than 0. For example, a is 1 and b also will be 1, and then a plus b, 1 plus 1 will be greater than 0, 1 plus 1 is 2, then so 2 is greater than 0. Now if a less than 0, in second case, if a less than 0 and b also less than 0, then a plus b also will be less than 0. It means if a is minus 1, then b also minus 1, minus 1 plus minus 1, answer will come minus 2, minus 2 is less than 0. So now fourth one property, multiplicative property. Let a, b, c and d are 4 real number belong to 4 numbers belong to real number. In first for first one case, if a is greater than 0, it means positive number will come, then b is also greater than 0, then their product also will be greater than 0. If a is 1 and b is 2, then a 1 into 2 also will become it will become plus 2, and plus 2 will equal will greater than 0. So in where a is less than 0 and b also will be less than 0, then answer also will become positive, because minus will multiply with minus 1 when minus will multiply with minus, then it will become in positive sign. Here if a is less than 0, it's mean a is coming in negative sign, mean a will come the value of a will come in negative sign, and here value of b also will come in negative sign, then negative and will multiply with negative, then answer will come in positive. So their product also will be greater than 0. In second one property, in second one case, if a greater than b and c greater than 0, then c will multiply with both side here and here, then c is constant also. C is greater than 0, it's mean here positive number will come, then there are no any sign, the sign of inequality, no any change. So c will multiply with both side, first with a c, then this sign also will come as it is, then b into c. Or you can say if a is less than b, it's mean and c is greater than 0, it means then ac, firstly c will multiply with this one term, and after that with b, then their inequality sign will not change because c is in positive. So that's why answer will come this one. In third one, there here c is coming in negative sign. So here inequality sign will change. This one, if a greater than b, then c less than 0, then a firstly c will multiply here with a, then this one sign will change, because here negative number is coming, less than 0 is negative. When any inequality equation will multiply with any negative number, then inequality sign will change. So here inequality sign will change, here greater than, and here will become less than b into c. Or you can say if a less than b and c less than 0. Less than 0, it means 0 less than 0 in negative number will come, then c will multiply with this one ac. Here inequality sign will change, this one so it is in less sign, so after multiplication it will become in positive, so b into c. So in fourth one case, if a greater than b and c greater than d, then a into c mean left hand side will multiply with the left hand side and right hand side will multiply with the right hand side. So inequality sign will will come as it is. So a into c greater than b into d. If you have any confusion, you can ask me in comments or in next lecture. Inshallah, I will tell you. Okay, Allah Hafiz.